I'm going to be eating like a dog today. I just hope they don't ask me to say hello like one. Human beings are the most successful species on the planet, but what is it that separates us from other animals? Maybe it's our diet. I've been wondering what would happen if we put away all of our modern food and got back in touch with our animal instincts. Could we survive eating like other animals?
Coming up, the Gastronuts pick up a penguin's dinner.
Anyone else eat the head? No. Top man, give me 5.
Get to grips with rhino poo.
Give it a good squeeze. Let's see if anything comes out of it. Oh, dearie me.
And can they eat like a lion, or will the lion like to eat them?
Do you think they're roaring because they want to eat you?
Yes.
You're absolutely right. If we let these lions out now, they would pin you down and they would strangle you to death.
Joining me for a wild journey into animal cuisine are today's untamed gastronuts.
I think I could eat a lion's diet because I just like meat and not too much of the veg, so I'm good with that.
If I had to choose, it would be a giraffe because they eat leaves and it's healthy for you. The animal's diet I think I could actually eat myself is probably the dog's diet because they like to suck on a bone and get all the juice.
I think the diet I would not be able to eat would probably be a penguin's because they eat a lot of fish and I'm not that keen on fish.
I think I could survive on a cat's diet because it's got a mixture of things for a healthy, balanced diet like tuna, milk, water, things like that.
OK, where better to start our journey into animal diets than with the ones who are closest to home, our pets. Can we eat like a canine?
What do you reckon dogs eat? Bones. Bones? Yeah. As if by magic, a bone. Now, why do you think they eat bones?
The marrow inside?
Marrow inside, yeah. Bone marrow is a fantastic substance. It's got loads of goodness to it. You don't see it that much these days. It's used a lot for stock and for soups and things, but it's becoming much more fashionable. You'll spot it in restaurants these days. And so what I thought we'd try first is see if we can eat what dogs eat. Can we eat some bone marrow? However, that is too tough for us to eat. We haven't got the teeth to be able to quite get into that. So we need to have bone marrow that's been cooked first. Do you want to have a try?
Yeah.
Excellent. OK, in here is cooked bone marrow.
Bone marrow creates new blood cells for the body. These beef bones, which can be slowly roasted in the oven, are a rich source of protein and healthy fats.
OK, everybody take a piece of bone marrow. These are beef bones. And what you need to do is you need to dig it out. It's quite soft.
Dig what, like the inside?
Yeah, that's what we're going to eat. That's the marrow, that bit there. It's a bit greasy. That's right. There's quite a high fat content. It's quite crusty as well. It's got a nice sort of seared flavour to it as well. It's kind of almost smoky.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Why do you like it?
Because it tastes kind of like porridge, the nice kind.
The nice kind of porridge. That's a pretty good description. I think that's fantastic. Anyone else? Do you like it?
Yeah. It'll keep you warm.
It's very, very good for you. So that's what the dogs are eating when they're chewing a bone.
Bone marrow is a fancy treat for a dog, and we've enjoyed it too. But how will the gastronuts react when they're asked to go one step further and really eat like a dog by eating dog food?
Would you like to try some?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're brave, guys. OK. This is dog food. OK, let's have a little look. There we go. Little sniff? What do you reckon?
I reckon like the taste, but the smell, but it's not, you don't really know what it is.
OK, well, the only way to really find out is to get some forks. There you go. Grab yourself a fork full of dog food. There we go. It's got a good jelly to it, hasn't it? OK, everyone, have a little taste. Does it make you feel slightly sick, the idea of eating dog food?
But the dog food itself tastes okay.
It's not too bad,
It's
is
not
it?
like, ew, just throwing up something.
It tastes like something in a casserole or soup.
Tastes like something in a casserole. You're a very clever guy. I have a confession to make. There we go. This isn't actually real shop-bought dog food. Now, you could possibly eat dog food, but the reality is it's not tested to be fit for human consumption, so you shouldn't eat any dog food.
The dog food we made for the Gastronuts is as close as you can get to the real thing. To show how similar they are, we've cooked up some real dog food and our fake food in exactly the same way.
We've made up 2 huge pies. And one of them has been made with dog food from the shop, and one of them has been made with braising steak that we've made ourselves. OK? So first of all, let's have a little dig in here and see if you can tell by looking at it which one's which. There we go. De-lid that one.
The Gastronuts can't eat the real dog food, but can they tell which pie is which just by looking?
Do they look different?
Yeah, I think this one looks more dry and liberal.
Dry and livery, that's...
Yeah.
looks like a very different texture, doesn't it? OK, so that is dog food, and this one, the human food. The question is, which one tastes better?
Well, to us, probably our food because we're used to how we eat it. But
We're used to eating something like that.
Yeah, but to a dog, it probably tastes better, the dog food one.
Could well be. Well, there's only one way to find out which one the dog would prefer, and that is to consult the experts.
Meet Rio. He's a 5-year-old Hungarian Vizsla. His star sign is Aries. His hobbies are long walks and chewing on his bone. His favourite food is sausages. The Gastronuts spotted which pie was which, but when it comes to a taste test, which one will our canine friend prefer?
OK, guys, I'd like to introduce you to Rio. Rio, sit. Sit down. Sit. He's quite keen. He's quite keen. Rio, sit. Sit, sit, sit. Good boy, good boy. OK, stay there, stay there.
Given the chance, Rio would probably eat both pies. But which one will he choose first?
Which one do you want? From that one? Hey! Well done.
So, Rio's plumped for the people pie instead of the dog's dinner, proving that at least 1 out of 10 dogs prefer human food to dog food, crust and all.
This is supposed to be yours. Rio, how about this one? Rio's gone for the human food rather than the dog food. So maybe animals, and especially dogs, are a lot closer to humans in the foods that they enjoy than we thought. So we found out what dogs eat, and it was pretty simple stuff, wasn't it? You can kind of understand what they eat. Let's ramp things up a bit. Let's go and look at some animals that are a little more exotic. Would you like to see that? Yeah! OK.
Because they're pets, dogs eat cooked and processed food that isn't all that different to our own. But what about wild animals? Can we really eat what they eat? We've come to a wildlife park to put it to the test, starting with a penguin.
Here we are. This is what penguins eat. Anyone know what they are? These are really good oily fish. They're sprats. A bit like sardines, a little bit like herrings and mackerel, all live in good cold water. They're getting quite keen, aren't they? Yeah. OK, now I think you've all got a pair of gloves in your hand. Grab a large handful of those. The interesting thing about penguins is that they have to eat the fish head first. Otherwise, it'll get stuck in their throats and won't be able to go all the way down. So hold them by the tail. Have a little kneel down over here, and let's see if we can encourage them to come up. They're probably a little bit shy. Here we go. He's looking quite keen. Now, what's really interesting about penguins is that they're not like dogs. They won't just carry on eating. They will actually stop when they're full. Here we go, here we go. Well done, guys. Now, the big trick is, can we eat like penguins? What do you think?
Well, I think how they eat it, they kind of put their head up and slurp it up with their beak, so...
Why not fit down our throat?
Okay, let's give it a go. No, I don't think we can eat it quite like this. Although we can eat raw fish, but in order to eat sprats, we have to do something slightly different to them. Do you want to have a look? Yeah. OK, follow me. The difference with these sprats is they've been smoked. Now, you don't often see these around anymore. They're quite an old-fashioned food, but they are fantastic, and you can eat the whole thing.
Penguins are carnivores, and to eat like them, we need to chomp the whole sprat. Eyes, face, bones and tail, the lot.
Everyone grab a sprat. Everyone have a little chew on that. See, all the bones have been softened by smoking.
It's quite nice. It's like really nice and soft.
Tastes like mackerel.
Mackerel.
It's very nice. It's really kind of soft and chewy.
The middle is actually really soft, isn't it?
I like
Anyone else eat the head?
No.
Is yours all gone? Top man, give me 5. Give me a smelly high 5. How are you doing there? That's pretty good. You've chowed down on most of it as well. That's brilliant, guys. Well done. We've eaten like penguins.
I didn't want to eat the head because it was like really disturbing and wrong because it felt like they were looking at you.
I would be bored eating a penguin's diet because, as far as I know, they don't eat anything other than fish. So it would get pretty boring, yeah.
The pufferfish is the sole ingredient of the Japanese dish fugu. This is the world's most dangerous delicacy, as the fish contains a deadly poison to which there is no antidote. Symptoms of poisoning include dizziness, exhaustion, breathing difficulties, and paralysis, with death coming between 4 and 24 hours later. This is the reason why chefs must train for 3 years to gain a license to serve fugu.
Dogs and penguins eat other animals to survive, making them carnivores. But what about herbivores? These are animals that only eat plants. But could we really survive on a diet of grass?
OK, what can you see out here then?
Really pointy horns.
They look like armour.
They look like they're armoured, don't they? Extraordinary. And it's just eating grass. I mean, it looks like a carnivore, doesn't it? It looks like something that's a bit more vicious than just a grass eater. And yet that's all it's eating.
It looks like a dinosaur.
The backs, they look quite bent, and like because they're always bending
Yeah,
over
that's right.
eating the grass. That one.
Maybe it's got maybe that's a big muscle up at the top there, and that's what controls its neck and allows it to just spend all day grazing.
The idea of being able to pop down to your local park to snack on grass or mowing your lawn with your teeth sounds great. But grass contains a substance called cellulose, which is very hard to digest, even for an animal that's used to it. Animal keeper Lindsay is going to show us why grass is off the menu by getting up close and personal.
What did that used to be?
That used to be grass.
It used to be grass. And what's happened to it?
That has been through a rhino.
So, which means that is...
That's rhino poo.
Rhino poo.
That's not nice.
It's not nice, is it?
That's smelly.
It's quite smelly. Do you like the idea of rhino poo?
No.
No? Do you like the idea of touching rhino poo? No. Excellent. I'm going to get you to do exactly that. OK. Everybody get some gloves on. There you are.
What did we ever do to you?
We did nothing.
Let's find out exactly what comes out of a rhino's bum.
You see him?
OK. Everyone grab a nice hunk of that.
Great. I can't believe it. Great.
OK. Maybe just take... Yeah, take a bigger chunk than that. Give it a good squeeze. See if anything comes out of it.
No.
Oh, dearie me. Oh.
Nothing's coming out of mine.
Now, that's quite extraordinary. What's in here?
And there's an awful lot of grass left in there because rhinos aren't as efficient as other grazers at digesting the grass. Unlike cows and giraffe, which have lots of chambers to their stomach to help them digest the grass, rhinos still, like us, only have one stomach. They're not as efficient as animals that have a multi-chambered stomach.
The reason rhinos eat grass all day long is not because they're greedy, but because they find it so hard to break down a mouthful of grass that it barely gives them any energy.
Shall I show you something really amazing? Not only has all the grass come through, there's still some kind of worm.
Oh,
So this worm has been eaten, or is it a caterpillar? It's a caterpillar.
It's probably a caterpillar that's probably been in the house.
That caterpillar must be the most traumatised caterpillar in the world. It's been through a rhino. What do you reckon that must feel like? Terrifying. So basically, what happens when we eat grass?
We don't produce the cellulase that can break down the cellulose that's in the grass. So effectively, if we ate grass, it would just come straight through us because we simply wouldn't be able to digest it.
So it's not necessarily bad for us, it just goes straight through?
Yeah, nutritionally, you wouldn't get anything from it, really.
Nutritional content zero for us?
Yeah, for us, we just wouldn't be able to use it.
Who cuts the grass at home? Yeah?
So, if we did try and eat grass like a rhino, then our poos would end up looking something like this. But are there types of grass we can actually eat?
Anyone know what this is?
Grass.
Grass?
Bean sprouts.
And it's sort of something like that. It's wheatgrass. Now, wheatgrass has become very fashionable because you can make something out of it, which is a juice. It's a very strong juice. And this is wheatgrass juice. It's a shot of wheatgrass, very, very strong.
Wheatgrass is the young grass of the wheat plant, which some people eat in powder or liquid form.
Now, everyone grab a little cup of it. Yeah, have a little smell. What do you think?
It smells horrible.
It smells horrible.
Cut grass.
Weird.
So, although it's odd because it smells like something that we don't normally eat, I'm quite excited at that smell. I'm thinking, it's quite strong. How about having a little try?
Oh.
Wow. It's very strong, isn't it? It's quite sweet, but it's quite sort of bitter at the back of your mouth, isn't it?
It's like you're just walking down the street, pick whatever you see up and put it in a smoothie machine.
Are you actually trying to poison us?
I promise you I'm not. This has become quite a fashionable drink now, and quite a few people have started drinking stuff like this.
I don't know what you put in it. It's like... it's crazy. It's like, it just smells. It's really sweet and strong, and it's just like... You haven't checked it before we actually taste it.
Well, this is really interesting because this is what animals are eating all the time. They're eating this grass, and they're having to deal with all these flavours.
Like rice and corn, wheat is actually a grass. Whilst we can't eat the clippings from our lawn, whenever we eat bread, pasta or cereals, we're actually eating something that came from a type of grass.
Eating the grass like liquid, was really weird because it left a horrible taste in your mouth, and I don't think anyone in their right mind would really drink it as a normal drink.
I thought the grass was quite nice, really. I mean, the drink, after the burning got it, tasted quite sweet, and every part of your mouth tasted really nice. It was quite weird.
It's pretty hard to chew your food without teeth, so how do animals like birds manage? Because they do not have teeth, some birds swallow stones or grit and keep it in their gizzard to help grind up their food before it reaches their stomach. These are known as gastroliths. Other animals that do this include crocodiles, seals, and even some dinosaurs.
We're trying to find out whether we can eat like an animal. So far, we've dined like a dog.
Can't touch this.
And we've sucked down some fish like a penguin.
Can't touch this.
Now we're going to find out whether we can eat like the ultimate carnivore, or whether he'll end up eating us.
So we started off looking at dogs, and we've moved on to some nice cuddly cats. These are vicious, dangerous predators. They're called apex predators. This is the king of the jungle. This is the absolute peak of what an animal can be. These are more dangerous than lions in the wild because they're not scared of humans, whereas a lot of lions in the wild will be scared of humans.
They look like they're looking at you and just like they're going to do something. They're scowling at you.
Now, can you hear them roaring?
Yes.
Do you think they're roaring because they want to eat you?
Yes.
You're absolutely right. If we let these lions out now, they would jump on you, they would pin you down and grab your neck, and they would strangle you to death. So, who would like to stroke one? No, there's no way we can stroke these guys. These will kill you. There's no doubt about it. The keepers will never be out here on their own with just the animals roaming around. Lions can eat up to 30 kilos in one sitting. Now, that's half of me. We ready to feed the lions? Follow me. So, what do you think lions eat? What sort of animals?
Deer.
Zebra, deer, antelope.
Anything.
Do you know what? Their favourite meat is wildebeest. If they could choose anything, they would probably go for wildebeest above everything else. Not that many wildebeest in this country. So what they feed them on here is this. Do you know what this is?
Deer.
It's not deer. It's not zebra.
A big type of a deer.
Brilliant. That is horse. Horse is something you can get in this country. It's the same family as zebra. Zebra is in the horse family, so this is one of the nearest things. They've tried feeding lamb to the lions. Lions didn't like lamb. And now they feed them horse all the time. So, guys, you ready to feed the lions?
Yes.
OK, gloves on. Everyone grab a nice big hunk of meat. Can you smell it?
It doesn't smell too good.
It doesn't smell too good, does it? It's quite ripe, I'd say.
Heavy.
OK, now what we need to do is we need to scatter it around here. Keep the pieces a little bit far apart because otherwise the lions will come and have to fight each other for it. Chuck a bit. Over there. Very good. OK, now head up towards that huge log over there. So I tell you what, Serena, you hold that. I'll grab the other side.
The lions can smell the meat in the air, and they're getting hungry.
OK, guys, quick, back in the van.
The lions haven't eaten for 2 days, and they're more than ready for a meal. The keepers have to let them out.
It's good to know.
What can you see? What's happening?
The lions running.
Loping out there.
They're trying to look for food, I think.
Lots and lots of lions.
They can smell it.
Knocking the lions over.
Those are big. But they don't really run very fast, do they?
They don't need to, really. They're the king, aren't they?
OK, they're coming close now, guys.
Oh, wow.
Okay, look, this guy here is coming right up to us.
Oh, yep. He's going to the meat.
Wow.
Look at those teeth.
Oh, my God.
They don't really try to save it, do they?
Oh, look, there's another one there, look. It looks so small.
Look at them.
To the actual animal.
They look like giant teddy bears.
Oh,
They're
wow.
very
That one's
hungry.
really
They're so big.
So, guys, how would you feel eating food like that?
Without hands.
Well, we
In any way you
have
like.
more manners and cutlery. We would actually eat it on a
we
plate.
eat it cooked as well. That's kind of like raw.
Yeah,
But
I'd rather eat it cooked.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
actually have the technology to cook stuff. But people
So-
like snakes and lions, any other animals,
Just
can't
cook
cook it, swallow it.
And that's why we're so different. That's
Yeah.
why we've evolved to be able to control animals like this, which are so much stronger than us.
Or
They're so
there's
much
a
more
lion coming
powerful.
near us.
And yet we can actually control them.
No, this is not something you see every day.
It's really not, is it? OK, Gastronuts, you have fed the lions. How was that? So cool, wasn't it? It's one thing feeding the lions. It's another thing eating like a lion. OK? How do you feel about that?
Quite exciting.
Yeah?
What we're going to be eating.
Probably gonna be nice.
Give it a try.
Yeah, give it a try.
Give it a try?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
OK,
give anything a try.
let's go for it. It's time to eat like an apex predator, king of the jungle. This is a member of the horse family, OK? In this country, it's very, very controversial to eat horse, but you can buy farmed meat from the same family. Any idea what this is? Zebra. Spot on. Fantastic. This is some very, very fine, beautiful zebra meat. This has been farmed, so we know that it's been treated very, very well.
You don't exactly find it in supermarkets, do you?
No, not a lot, not often. Now, we can't really eat this stuff raw very well because we don't digest it that well. So, unlike the lions, we're going to cook ours. And the best way to cook this stuff is very quickly and very hard on a very high flame.
This zebra meat has been farmed in South Africa. Today, we're using it to make zebra kebabs.
common misconception about kebabs is that people put big, thick hunks of meat on them. It's very difficult to get the middle to be cooked that way. I'm going to just brush these with a little bit of oil. Because it's quite lean meat. It's very, very lean. There's very little fat on there. OK. That should be ready in a couple of minutes. OK, you feeling like vicious, dangerous predators?
Yeah.
OK, everyone grab one. Have a little smell. Oh. Oh, that smells really good, doesn't it?
Sounds like you want to eat it.
OK.
I just want to eat it.
Now, tuck in.
It's nice.
That's good. It's quite a strong flavour, isn't it?
It's more sweet.
It does make me feel quite, I don't know, primal, sort of. It feels like it's sort of cavemanish that you're eating a zebra. It's,
Quite nice.
what does it make you feel like when you're eating it, Dash?
Bit more like a wild animal because you don't normally eat zebra, do you?
It does taste quite different. It just tastes like a bacon sandwich.
What's happened there? Have you finished yours already, Jem? Yeah. You wolfed that down. Well, lined it down, I guess.
The Gastronuts have shown that one reason humans are so successful is that by farming, fishing, and cooking, we can eat like almost any other animal, even the king of the beasts.
We've eaten like a lion, we've eaten like a penguin, and it's not that bad. It's quite nice. I wouldn't mind being a lion. It meant we could have zebra all the time.
I probably would eat exotic meats again. Probably the zebra, because that was very nice. Yes, we can eat like animals, because we just try lots of foods that animals eat, but we don't eat exactly like them. We use, obviously, cutlery and sometimes our hands.
Although we have like normal food like baked beans, potatoes, pasta, there's loads of other things like zebra. We should explore more of our food rather than just eat the same old boring things.
I think we can eat like an animal, but only if we had a balanced diet. So maybe an omnivore's diet, which is vegetables and meat, because that would be the best of both worlds.
We've been on this amazing journey through the animal kingdom. The Gastronuts and I have tasted all the things that animals eat. And the most extraordinary thing of all is feeding the lions and then eating the same food that a lion eats. Now, when you eat all these things, you make this amazing connection with the other animals that are around us. You understand the feelings that they're going through. You're having the same taste as them. It's extraordinary. I'm eating like a lion.
If you want to know what it's like to be me, then go to the CBBC website to play the globe-trotting Gastronuts game.
Maddie, Shannon, Tom and Ridian are back for more wolf-tastic adventures on CBBC. That's right, Wolf Blood is back. But if you've been so excited that you accidentally missed a few episodes, don't worry. The CBBC iPlayer is always here to save the day. So get online and catch up with the latest episodes. You can watch them over and over again. Howls about that? Sorry, I couldn't resist.